So we just heard a little bit about holidays in Australia, and the key thing to note about Christmas in Australia, boys and girls, is that because they're in the southern hemisphere and we're in the northern hemisphere, when we are having our winter, Australia is having its summer. So when I pull out this booklet, okay, if you look at the world map on here, we're all the way over here. This is us right here. So if you want to know where you are, you can put a little black dot here. There's California. Australia is all the way over here. If you can imagine a line dividing this here, there's the equator. They are very far south of the equator. And as a matter of fact, if you look at their flag, when we open the page, we're going to color their flag. Their flag has something called the Southern Cross on it. So this is something a long, long time ago, before there were navigation system and computers. How did sailors on the sea know where they were going? Well, they would learn about the stars in the sky, and what they knew in Australia is something called the Southern Cross, okay? And they would look at the sailors would look at the sky, and they'd be sailing on the seas in their boats that had no power, and they would know that they would need to find the right stars to navigate by. And those stars, by knowing what the stars were like, then they would know where to go, what direction to go in. Okay, so you can use markers or crayons on this page. You're going to need a red crayon and a dark blue crayon to color the flag. I've got my my blue crayon here, and I'm just trying to find my red crayon. Here we go. Okay, so this is how you color the Australian flag. So the cross part right here, so this part is the cross part. This part is red. Like the giant T in here, this part is red. So the three colors in the flag are just like ours, red, white, and blue. Okay, and then there's a little stripey in here, that's red. This little kind of stripey in here, that's red. Not all of this is red. There's white in it too, and then all the stars are white. So just like that. Now the background of their flag is the dark blue, and I think I have a darker blue. There's a couple of color blues. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to choose one of the darker ones, which is this one. It's called, in my box, it's called Bluetiful. Okay, so I'm going to use that. That's the right color. Okay, or you can use like your dark blue marker, but I have to go around the stars. Okay, so I'm going to go around the stars. Around the stars. I'm going to go, I just kind of like to color around those first because it helps me fill in the spaces. It's a little challenging because I have all those points. And if you notice, these stars are not 5-pointed stars. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points on those stars. Okay, so then I can kind of fill in easier. Okay. Okay. So it's going to be, if it's hot on Christmas in Australia, that means they don't want to wear furry clothes. They won't be able to build a snowman. However, what I saw in one video that I watched, they showed that in Australia, they build snowmen out of sand, and like almost like sand castles. But instead of building sand castles, they build the snowmen out of sand, and they have contests like that to see who can, build the most creative, like sandmen, I guess you would call them. Okay, so. There we go. So that's what their flag looks like in Australia. Okay. Red, white, and blue. White stars, red on the cross. The Southern Cross is what they call that. Okay. So I'll pause right here, give you some time to finish coloring that. It says, in Australia, it's summer during Christmas, and so it's very popular for them to go ahead and barbecue because in the middle of summer, that's what you do. Think of our 4th of July. When we do our 4th of July celebrations, barbecues are really big as well. Okay, now I'm going to turn the page. You can pause here if you're finished coloring that, and you can come back and color this page at any time, color the children in their bathing suits, and we're going to turn the page, okay, and learn a little bit more. So Australia, you can see it has flip-flops with the Australian flag on them. That's because you're not going to be wearing snow boots at Christmas in Australia. You're going to be wearing your bathing suit, okay? So it says Australia is in and it's the southern hemisphere. So we talked about, that means their seasons are opposite of ours here. So I'm going to underline the word southern right here, and this top line right here, I'm going to write that. S-O-U-T-H-E-R-N. That's the first part of it, southern. Then hemisphere, I'm probably going to have to write a little bit smaller so I can fit in all the letters. H-E-M-I-S-P-H-E-R-E. So let me write that right there. Capital H-E-M-I-S. Then a P-H-E-R-E. Australia is in the southern hemisphere, or bottom half of the earth. It is summer during Christmas. Many families celebrate Christmas by going to the beach, okay? So right here, this is the word beach, and you can see there's Santa sitting on a beach chair in his little bathing suit. Okay, so we're going to write the word beach. B-E-A-C-H. Beach. On Christmas Day, children spend time with their families and open presents. So that's similar to what we do here. So now, this picture, I thought this would be so cool, what we're going to draw here. So I'm going to do a directed draw. So I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing. First, right here, kind of in the middle of the page. So if you look up here, there's the words, here's the barbecue. Okay, I want you to draw what looks like a pretty big U, like that. Okay? Okay, so that was my turn. It's your turn. Okay? And I want you to close it up at the top. Okay. Then put a little line below it like that, straight across. Okay, so that was my turn. Now it's your turn. Do the same thing. Okay. Now you're going to almost put like a little triangle on top and then a circle on top of that. Okay. Now about halfway down, you're going to put kind of a curvy line right across. Then put a little circle in the middle, like that. And then you're going to put a circle here and a circle here. And then right here, you're going to put like a little mouth. So you have just drawn Santa's head, okay? I didn't want to tell you what you were drawing because I didn't want to make you nervous, but that is Santa's head right there that you just drew. Okay, so you're going to, out of this side, you're going to draw a line, a slanted down line, and this one draw a slanted down line. Then you're going to draw like a letter C there. And on this side, the same thing, a letter C. And then you're going to draw a letter U that comes up and stops about right there. And then over here, you're going to draw another little U that stops about right there. So those are Santa Claus's arms. Okay. Then you're going to come down a little bit below the hand, go over, and close that up right there. Okay, so it's almost like a, you're doing like just half of a square or a rectangle down there. Okay, then I want you to come down and you're going to draw a rectangle, down, over, up. Okay. That's another rectangle. Then right here, you're going to draw just another line straight over. Okay. And then you're going to put here a line and here a line. So you're almost making like a little square in the middle there. And then you're going to draw a line here that comes up, but not all the way up, just a little bit of a line. Okay. And then you're going to make a curved line coming out here. Comes back to that side, and another curved line coming out here and back. And then you're going to put a dot right here. And now the last thing we're going to do is you're going to put an oval right here. And then a little fin right here. And then this is going to be back here is going to be water. What you just drew is Santa on a surfboard, and this is Santa's belly button right there, okay? Because in Australia, Santa arrives on a surfboard on the beach. So there's your Santa. Now the only thing you need to do next, because you need to give Santa a big sack of toys right here. Okay, he's holding a sack of toys. Okay, and then you can go ahead and color. He's wearing board shorts. Those are what those are called. So I'm going to color Santa's hat red. I'm going to color his board shorts. Okay, I'm using my crayons, but you can use markers. I can give him like a Christmas green surfboard. So maybe one day you'll spend Christmas in Australia and you too can see Santa surfing on a surfboard to do Christmas Day with the boys and girls there. Okay, so I'm going to give my Santa, I'm going to color Santa's skin here. Here's his toes, and here's Santa's pretty adaptable. Think about it. If you live in Australia, he'll go down and he'll come to you on his surfboard, which is pretty nice. I'm coloring Santa's face. Okay. And then I'm going to make his sack of toys, I think, green too. Or you could, but you can make it any color you want. Okay. Here's his sack of toys. And then I just have to color his belt and his belt buckle. Okay, there's he's bringing the toys. And then I'm going to use my black crayon to color the little fin down here. Remember, you can use markers. And then I just have to do the water, the wave. So that's what this line is there, and this curvy line, that's going to show Santa on the top of a wave right there. So I wanted to tell you, so Coach Dieter was telling me that he lived in Australia for a while, and that yes, Santa Claus came to the beach like this at Christmas. He was riding the surfboard at the beach to bring in toys. Okay, then I'm going to use my yellow for the belt buckle here. And that's it. We're all done with this directed draw. Okay. So if you want to color the rest of the pictures, you can do that after, and you can go back and color this. And I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Christmas in Australia today, boys and girls. I'm going to go ahead and close mine up and put it away and put it back in my orange folder.